See this question. Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
So I hope we'll see the question, or should we start with the doubt discussion? What do you want? If you have any doubt, you can ask first, then we'll start with the discussion. Please reply, students. What should we do? Should we start with this question, or after this we can ask your doubts? What is needed?
Question first.
I didn't hear. We'll start with the question, right?
Okay,
So you can see here a pretension concrete beam with 24 parallel cables. We will start with the first question. Okay, this is the second question, right? This is the first question. Okay. A post-tension concrete beam with a cable of 24 parallel wires of total area 800 mm square is tensioned with 2 wires at a time. The cable with 0 eccentricity at the ends and 150 mm at the center with parabolic profile. So you can see here, this is the cable. The neutral axis being like this. Cable profile is like this, which means at the ends it is having eccentricity 0, and at the midspan it is having eccentricity of 150 mm. The parabolic profile, which means I can write the equation of this cable as y is equal to 4h x by L square into L minus x. Can write it like this, equation of the parabola. From here you will get the dy by dx, those things we have studied. From there you will get the value for your alpha. The span of the beam is 10 meter. Given the span is 10 meter. Span is 10 meter, and the cross-sectional area is given as 200 mm wide and 450 mm depth, like this. The wires are to be stressed from one end to a value of F1 to overcome friction loss, and then released to a value of F2, so that immediately after anchoring, an initial pre-stress of 840 Newton per mm square will be obtained. Compute the value for F1, F2, and the design stress in the steel after all losses. Given the following data, the coefficient of friction is given, friction coefficient, that is the wave effect, is given, deformation and slip at anchorage, that is the slip at anchorage, is given, angles of concrete and steel, shrinkage of concrete, that is shrinkage strain, is directly given, relaxation of steel is 3% of the initial strain. So these values are given. Based on these values, we need to calculate the losses that had occurred in this. But before that, you need to have a clear idea of what is written from here to here. The wires are to be stressed from one end to a value of F1, which means if I'm jacking it from one end, it says that it's being jacked from one end to a value of F1 to overcome friction loss. അതായത് ഈ F1 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്താ, it is after the friction loss, right? Or is it before the friction loss? The wires are to be stressed from one end to a value of F1 to overcome the friction loss. അതായത് ഇനീഷ്യൽ സ്ട്രെസ്സിന്റെ കൂടെ എന്തുകൊണ്ട് ഈ ഫ്രിക്ഷണൽ ലോസും കൂടെ ആഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ള വാല്യൂ അല്ലേ F1 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, അല്ലേ? We need to see what is the value of F1 such that the initial stress will not have the value for this friction loss. So friction loss F1 it is after the initial stressing value plus what your frictional loss value, isn't it?
Yes,
Have you understood that sentence clearly?
sir.
Yes,
Others,
sir.
please reply in this chat box. That's very needed. Okay. Amalu, I can't hear you properly. I'm not sure it's just for me. Maybe the problem is with you, Amalu. Okay. Then, so F1, it is the initial stresses plus the loss due to your friction loss. and then value of can you hear me? Hear me? I got a call in between. Sorry.
Yes, sir,
And
we can hear you.
release to a value of F2 so that immediately after anchoring an initial pre-stress of 840 Newton per mm square would be obtained, which means after this F2 is done, we will again release it to a value of F2 so that the immediately after anchoring, the initial pre-stress on this beam is 840. So what do you understand from that? 840 Newton per mm square. What do you understand from that? What do you understand from that? Have you read the question? Please read the question once. Please read the question once. So they are telling the story that the initial stresses, that is your P naught value is 840. We need to find the values before this 840. This is at the time of anchorage. And the first two things are the stresses which are occurring at the time of anchoring, right? At the time of jacking or at the time of applying the pull. That is the friction loss. And then to a value F2 after the immediately anchoring the initial stresses of 840, which means this value F1 and F2, is it higher than 840 or lower than 840? Can you tell that? Is it higher than 840 or lower than 840?
Higher than
Definitely it will be higher than 840, right? Because this is after, this stress is after anchoring, and these two things, that is the frictional pulling of friction due to of the ends and the friction loss occurs before this anchoring, right? Isn't it? So we will start with the friction loss. That is, I can say that this being jacking is done from one end. So I can write the total change of the slope. Your alpha is equal to 2 theta, isn't it? The change of slope alpha is equal to solution. If I'm writing, write it right then. Solution if I'm alpha is equal to 2 theta. That is, I can write it 2 into 4 e by L. That is 2 into 4 into E is what? Is given as 150 divided by is 10 meters. That is 10 into. So this value you will get it as this value 0.12. This value is 0.12. So alpha value you obtain. Now have the equation for loss of stress due to friction. That is loss of stress due to friction. You could write it as, what is that? Can you please tell that value? That is P naught into Kx plus mu alpha, isn't it? In this, do you know the value for this P naught? Do you know the value for this P naught? Do you know the value for this P naught? Please reply if you have an
840.
understanding, or else we say it's 840. This is after, this is not at the time of friction, the stress applied at the time of pulling. You see, the wires are to be stressed from one end to a value F1 to overcome friction loss, and then release to a value for F2 so that immediately after anchoring the initial stress is 840. This is at the time of anchoring. You don't know the value, this, or the stress, initial stress applied at the time of pulling. You don't know the value, isn't it?
Yeah, sir.
അതായത് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞുതരാം. അതായത് here applying a pull here. We are applying there are three conditions, that is F1, F2, and your 840. Suppose I'll take it as P dash. Okay. What is value for F1 mean? F1 means we are applying some pull such that after the loss, what is this value for F1? ഒരു പുള്ള് കൊടുക്കുന്നുണ്ട്, കൊടുക്കുമ്പോൾ ഒരു ലോസ് ഓഫ് ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവും. ആ ഫ്രിക്ഷനും ആ പുള്ളും കൂടെ ചേർത്തുള്ള വാല്യൂ ആണ് ചോദിച്ചിരിക്കുന്നത്. Now F2 means what? F2 means after we have applied the anchoring, immediately just before the anchoring has occurred, and that is the value P naught. F2 ആണ് ഇവിടെ എന്താ P naught എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് അല്ലേ? അത് ആങ്കറിങ്ങിന് തൊട്ട് മുന്നേ ഉള്ള എന്റെ പ്രീ സ്ട്രെസ്, that is the initial stress we are applying time of what? Pre-stressing, right? So I write here as what? This one as F2 into kx plus mu alpha. The value is the friction coefficient value, that is 0.003 into x. This is jacking from one end, so the value for x I could take it as x is equal to, I could take it as L, that is 10 meter plus mu, that is the coefficient of friction, that is 0.6. We have the value as 0.6 into alpha, that is 0.12. You'll get this value as 0.003 is 0.03 into 0.6 into 0.12. .102 F naught, right? 0.102 F naught. Have you understood that? So F naught, not F2. Have you understood?
Sir, why did we write F2? അത് മനസ്സിലായില്ല.
അതെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ, ഇവിടെ ഈ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യനിൽ ഒരു കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ഉണ്ടാകാൻ ചാൻസ് ഉള്ളതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ, just see the sequence of occurring. The waves are to be stressed from one end to a value of F1 to all friction loss. അതായത് ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ ലോസ് ഓവർകം ചെയ്തുള്ള ഓവർകം ചെയ്യുന്നതിന് മുമ്പുള്ള വാല്യൂ ആണ് F1 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത് അല്ലേ? Higher value when compared to F2 and F3, P naught dash, then released to a value of F2 so that after anchoring an initial pre-stress of 840 Newton per mm square will be obtained. അതായത് F2 ആണ് നമ്മുടെ initial stress at the time of what? Initial stress at the time of your due to initial stress at the time of anchoring. F1 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇത് after friction loss. Understood? You do one thing, you'll understand once this is over. Okay, is that fine?
Yes, sir.
Once after this is over, if you are not able to understand, please do tell me. Okay, now the question is given, there is a deformation or slip of anchorage, that is we need to find the that had occurred at the time of anchorage, and it is given 1.25, isn't it? It is given as 1.25, which means the loss due to slip, I can write it as loss due to slip, I can write it as here delta L by L into Young's modulus of steel. Here delta L is given as 1.25 mm, that is 1.25 divided by 10 meter into Young's modulus is given, Young's modulus is on the as 210 into 10 raised to 5 Newton per mm square, that is Newton per mm square. You'll get this value as 26.25 Newton per mm square, right? This value, what is this value? What is this value?
Two 625.
2625. That is 2625 in Newton per mm square. Can you tell me the value?
So 26.25.
26.25 Newton per mm square, right?
Sir,
You
അവിടെ
get this value as
2.1 into 10 raised to 5 അല്ലേ?
2.1. Yeah, 2.1 into 10 raised to 5. Yeah, that is 26.5 Newton per mm square. You get this value as 26.5 Newton per mm square. So this is the value or loss due to slip. When we are applying this, this is the loss due to slip. So okay, now after this slip had occurred, the initial stress in the beam is 840. It is given like that. Then released to a value of F2, so that immediately after anchoring, the initial stress of 840 Newton per mm square will be obtained. Now can you tell what is the initial stress at the time of anchoring due to friction? At the time of friction, what is the initial stress? That is, you could say it as what? The stress, initial stress at the time of anchoring at the time of jacking, sorry. Jacking, I could say it as 840 plus the loss which had occurred due to this 840 Newton per mm square, 840 Newton per mm square plus 26.5, isn't it? That is 866.5 Newton per mm square. Alle. Have you understood now this one? Have you understood this now?
Yes, sir.
Have you understood? Yes. Correct. മക്കളെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻ നല്ലോണം വായിച്ചു കൊടുക്കും. ആങ്കറിങ് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള സ്ട്രെസ്സിനെ പറ്റിയാണ് ഈ 840 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്, അല്ലേ? So just before anchoring, what happened? There occurred the initial stress was what? Without the deduction of stress due to anchorage slip, and that is 26.5 plus 840, that is 866.5 Newton per mm square, isn't it? നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മനസ്സിലായോ?
ഇല്ല.
Others is reply. There are many here in the class. Sri Lakshmi, Akshama, Melendu, Amal, Anina, Nishpa, Aditi, Arun, Ashik, Vivek, Fatima, please reply. If you either you reply through your voice or you reply in message. ഇതെല്ലാം റെക്കോർഡിലാണ്, അതാണ് എനിക്ക് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് തരുമെന്ന്. ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ബി വെരി. Can you please tell this? We have understood. Sri Lakshmi.
Yes, sir.
മനസ്സിലായോ?
വേഗമായിട്ട് ഇപ്പൊ ക്ലിയർ ആയിട്ട് മനസ്സിലായി. ഞാൻ കുറച്ചൊന്നും കൂടെ വായിച്ചു നോക്കിയാൽ മനസ്സിലാവുമായിരിക്കും.
Okay, fine. So this is, can you tell me what is this value? This is equivalent to, this is F2, right? ഇതല്ലേ F2 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന വാല്യൂ. Is it? This value is F2, right? Which means the loss due to friction, I could write it as what? The loss due to friction, I could write it as what? That is, or F1 value, now I could write it as F1 value, that is, F1 is what? That is, you have your loss due to friction as F1. The loss due to friction is what? You have found it as loss due to friction is 0.102 F2. That is 0.102 into 866.5. We will get this value as 88.35 Newton per mm square. Now, which means F1 is equal to F1 is equal to this F2 value plus 8 loss due to friction, that is 88.35. You will get this value as 954.85 Newton per mm square. Now I will come in this opposite direction. F1 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞത് initially it was the wires are to be stressed from one end to a value of F1 to overcome friction loss. അതായത് യഥാർത്ഥത്തിൽ F1 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ 954.85 ആയിരുന്നു. അതിനകത്ത് ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ ലോസ് ഉണ്ടായപ്പോഴാണ് എന്ത് പറ്റിയത്? F2 ഉണ്ടായത്. ഈ F2 ന്ന് ആംഗിൾ അറ്റ് സ്ലിപ്പ് ഉണ്ടായപ്പോഴാണ് നമുക്ക് എത്ര ഇനിഷ്യൽ സ്ട്രെസ് ഓഫ് 840 കിട്ടിയത്. മനസ്സിലായോ? Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Others, please, have you understood? Or else, if you have got something, please take it and you can read it afterwards. After the class, I'll give you the same thing. You read it once again, go thoroughly, and you will understand. Okay, so this is the value for F1 and F2. If it hadn't asked to compute the value for F1 and F2, there is no need of that. But it is asked to compute the value for F1 and F2. Now you can start with the design stresses in steel and after the losses. Now you can start with the total loss calculation. That is, you have the loss set, you got the loss for friction, loss due to friction, you got it. You got the loss due to slip. Now you have the remaining factors given here is, it is given, the deformation of the slip is given. Now the shrinkage of the concrete is given. Since the shrinkage of the concrete is directly given, the shrinkage strain is directly given, you don't need to calculate the alternative shrinkage and your drying shrinkage. Else you need to go to your IS code and you need to find those values. And mind you, the previous code, IS 1343/1980, this value was directly given, and the revision in 2012, there occurred a accurate calculation of the shrinkage of concrete, and ഇതുവരെ ആ പുതിയ കോഡ് ചോദിച്ചിട്ടില്ല. So mind you, if it's directly given, you don't need to go in that way, but in case if it is given, you can go as I have prescribed in the previous lectures. So here the shrinkage of concrete is given as 0.002. So I can write it as loss due to shrinkage is shrinkage strain into Young's modulus of steel. That is shrinkage strain is 0.002. Sorry, 0.0002 into Young's modulus of steel, that is 2.1 into 10⁵. You'll get this value as tell me the value. That is 42 Newton per mm square, isn't it? So the loss due to shrinkage is now obtained. Now, which were remaining, the question is given the relaxation of steel is given as 3% of the initial stress. Now, can you tell me what is the initial stress? What is the initial stress now? Everyone has to reply for this. Then I will. What is the initial stress? If you had understood the relaxation of steel, the loss due to relaxation of steel, you could say this. What is the loss due to the initial stress at the time of relaxation of steel? I'll see the message box. Okay, just tell me this in the message box. Relaxation of steel. What is the initial stress? Sharte boyada. Please repeat the chat box. Can you hear, or else tell the value? ഒരാളെന്ന് റിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്ത് അത് നോക്കിയിട്ട് ബാക്കിയുള്ളവർ റിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യുക. Even if you haven't understood, please, because that is the trend, right? At least one has to reply here. What is the initial stress in calculating? Gayatri, wrong. Even wrong. F2 wrong. 840 correct. Yes, 840. This 954 is at the time of initially what we are applying is 954. That is F1 value. അതിനകത്ത് നിന്ന് ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ ലോസ് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടാണ് F2 എത്തിയത്. അതിനകത്ത് നിന്ന് ആങ്കറേജ് സ്ലിപ്പ് ഉണ്ടായിട്ടാണ് നമുക്ക് ഇനിഷ്യൽ സ്ട്രെസ് അറ്റ് ദിസ് എത്തിയത്. അതായത് നമ്മൾ ആങ്കർ ചെയ്തുള്ള വാല്യൂ എത്തിയത്. റിലാക്സേഷൻ ഓഫ് സ്റ്റീൽ ഉണ്ടാവുന്ന എപ്പോഴാണ്? After the anchoring has occurred, only relaxation of steel occurs, right? Which means the initial stress is what? Initial stress is 840. Have you understood? Gayatri, Abin, Vishnu, മനസ്സിലായോ?
സർ ഒന്നുകൂടെ പറയാമോ?
എടാ F1 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ നമ്മൾ ജാക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് ഉണ്ടായതാണ് F1. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഫ്രിക്ഷൻ ലോസ് ഉണ്ടായി. എത്ര ഉണ്ടായി? There occurred a friction loss of somewhat the friction loss of 88. As a result, the stress became F2. F2 എന്ന് പറയുന്ന സ്ട്രെസ് ആണ് ബാക്കിയുള്ളത്. നമ്മൾ ഇനി ആങ്കറും ചെയ്തു. ആങ്കർ ചെയ്തപ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് എന്ത്? There occurred some loss of 26.5 and the stress became 840 Newton per mm square. So the initial stress at the time of anchoring is what now? 840 ആണ് എൻ്റെ ഇനിഷ്യൽ സ്ട്രെസ്. ഈ 840 എന്നാണ് എന്താ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത്? ലോസ് ഡ്യൂ ടു റിലാക്സേഷൻ ഓഫ് സ്റ്റീൽ ഉണ്ടാവുന്നത് അല്ലേ? Isn't it?
Sir.
Yes. So which means the initial stress at the time of relaxation of steel is what? That is a long-term loss, right? So I can write loss due to relaxation of steel goes due to relaxation of steel. I could write it as what? It is given 3%. That is 3/100 of 840, right? That is 840 into 3. 25.2 Newton per mm square, right? Alle? Isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Isn't it? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now we need to calculate the loss due to relaxation of concrete is there, right? There is loss due to relaxation of concrete, right? So you need to calculate the value for your relaxation due to shrinkage of concrete. Concrete, I could write it NFC, right? That is your modular ratio into stress at the level of steel. Is it? Isn't it?
Yes, sir. Other.
Okay. So here it's given. All things are given directly. അതായത് ഇവിടെ എല്ലാവരും ലോസ് എല്ലാം കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ടുള്ള ഫൈനൽ ആങ്കറിംഗ് ആണ് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. 840 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇതൊന്നും നോക്കണ്ട. 24 parallel wires, tension 2 wires at a time. All those things are being covered in this F1 and F2, and the final initial pre-stress is given as 840. So you can calculate the value for initial pre-stressing force. That is, you can take this value as what? You can take this value as of initial pre-stressing force as what? 840 into area. Here area is given as what? Area is given as 800. So this value will get it as 672 kilonewton. Value. Now the stress at the level of steel, I could take it as what? That is, you have the direct stress P/A and the bending stress, that is, at the top there is tension and at the bottom there is compression. This is negative. That is, I'll get this value as P into E by I. This is P/A. This is at the level of steel I am taking. That is, this distance is E. That's why I'm taking as E. So I'll get the value for FC. That is, FC is equal to what? P/A. That is 672 into 10 raised to 3 divided by area. That is area of the concrete. That is 200 into 450 plus P into E. That is 672 into 10 raised to 3 into E is given as eccentricity is given as 150 mm into 150 into 150 by BDQ by 12. Can you tell me this value? Those who didn't understand, don't worry. Once after this class, you read this question thoroughly, you'll understand this easily. if you had got some from this class, എന്തെങ്കിലും കുറച്ച് കിട്ടിയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ആ ത്രെഡ് വെച്ചിട്ട് you will understand it easily. So please tell me this value. I will also calculate. $17.4. Did you get this value? It's 17.42. 422. Yes. 17.42 Newton per mm square, which means the loss due to shrinkage of concrete, I could write as M into FC. Here, M, I could take it as modular ratio, I could take it as, it's not given here, right? Young's modulus of steel is given, concrete is given as 28. So 210 divided by 28, that is 7.5. So M, I could write it as 210 divided by 28, that is 7.5. Substituting that value over here, I will get M into FC, that is 7.5 into FC, that is 17.42 into 17.42. That value I'll get it as 130.65. 130.65 Newton per mm square. So that is the loss due to shrinkage, loss due to. Oh, no, this is not loss due to elastic shrinkage of concrete. That is elastic deformation. Okay, sorry. Why didn't you tell me this? Due to elastic deformation of. You didn't understand that, or you didn't see that. What is it? Hello, students, can you hear?
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me? നിങ്ങളിത് കണ്ടില്ലായിരുന്നോ അതോ ഇത് ഞാൻ പറയുന്നത് മനസ്സിലാവാഞ്ഞോണ്ട് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നോ?
മനസ്സിലാവാത്തോണ്ട് പോയതായിരുന്നു.
ആ സ്ഥലത്ത് you didn't understand the laws due to elastic deformation of concrete. You have studied this, right? Have you gone through the lectures before lectures?
Yes, sir.
And still you didn't understand. Okay, leave it. I'll give you this once you read this. If you didn't understand again, you do please tell me. Okay. The total loss I could write it as. The total loss I could write as loss due to. That is loss due to friction there. Loss due to elastic deformation. Elastic deformation is there. Should I consider the loss due to friction now? In the total loss. Should I consider the loss due to friction now in the total loss?
No, sir.
If I'm considering the initial stress as 840 Newton per mm square. At least do tell that. No, that means the total loss after the initial stresses, that is initial stress I will consider 240, then the total loss I could tell it as what? The loss due to shrinkage of concrete, the loss due to 42, and the loss due to relaxation of steel, that is 25.2, and the loss due to elastic deformation of concrete, that is 130.65. That is the total loss I could write it as 42 plus 25.2 plus 130.65. 130.65. That is 197.85 Newton per mm square. So the final stress that is being asked, that is what? 840 minus this value, that is 197.85 we'll get this value as 668.4 Newton per mm square. So this is a typical question. If you go through this question properly, if you understand this question, the loss due to friction concept will be clear for you. Mind you, such kind of questions won't be asked, but still, in order to have a clear understanding of this losses, this question will be very much helpful for you. So I think solving the next question is of no use, because once you go through this, if you understand this properly, only you can solve the next question. This is also a similar kind of question. You need to see this at least before the next class. Can you please find the value for this one, the jacking force required at the left hinge? We had understood this. We will have a similar kind of session tomorrow also. Even you should understand this. Can you find from your side? Can you find this value for the jacking force at the left hinge? If after studying this question, after studying the first one, please find the value for this. We will discuss the remaining in the next class. Is that fine?
Yeah, so that's good.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so read the question properly. Try to find this, because it's not a good habit. Okay, you take it from your side, refer some textbooks, refer some NPTEL videos. I have taken this from Krishnaraj only. Refer some textbooks, refer some NPTEL videos, you will understand it. Okay, and the first module takes a lot of time compared to the other modules, so you don't need to worry of this. So I think we'll finish it today. Okay, you have the next class at 12:40, right?
Yes, sir. 12:50. 12:40.
12:50. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me now regarding this previous sessions. I'll just off the record.